Are we live or not? Are we live or not? Let me find out we live. Hold up, wait a minute. Instagram always gonna give me the problems. Oh, but there we go. Oh, can y'all hear me? We live. It's Tips Tea Thursday, and yes, it's a little late. But hold on, let me tell y'all why I'm a little late. Your girl has been on multiple panels today. I have been recording today. All right, and yes, nighttime is the right time right now. Usually, I tell y'all all the time. I try to get tipsy with y'all a little earlier, but sometimes nighttime is the right time. But y'all already know what it is. Are y'all with me? If you are here, type in the chat. First of all, you know how this goes. If you are new to Tips Tea Thursday, type in the chat hashtag tips. Why? Because I want you to grab your notebook. Hold on, because I got mine too. I want you to grab your notebook for your tips because it's going down. We got stuff to discuss, all right? But if you are an OG, you know my OGs. You already know how we do. If you are an OG, type in the chat hashtag what? Sips. Grab your cup and then what? You gonna sip with your girl tonight? Because hold on, let me tell you. Hold on, let me get Facebook up in here. Let me get the Facebook up in here. We live. It's Tipsy Thursday. I tried to get the. Anyway, forget that feedback. Let me tell y'all, when I get in here too late, this is what I do. I just go ahead and go right into these Dear Keepsake letters because I was gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. Hey, let me sip real quick. Hold on while y'all got in here. Hold on. So while I have y'all in here, you know what we gonna do? We just gonna go ahead and start this thing. Y'all ready? And we back. It's Tipsy Thursday with your girl. Oh, it's been a long day, but I'm here for a good time, not a long time. We've been so backed up on these Dear Keepsake letters. I'm just going to get right into them. What's a Dear Keepsake letter? Let me tell you what a Dear Keepsake letter is. It's when you write me anonymously. And I say anonymously because you do not have to tell me your name. You don't have to tell me what's going on. No, you got to tell me what's going on. But you do have to give me a little cute intro. All right. And that's what y'all been doing. But anyway, the Dear Keepsake letter is a letter that you write into me. I send a link. I send you a link. And then the link is in my headquarters, the Keepsake headquarters. You know what it is. And it's also on all my social medias, link in bio. But anyway, I send out a link and you write a Dear Keepsake letter telling me what's going on in your life, what it is, so you can get some keepsakes. And then I read them live because sometimes we need you to chime in. We need you to let us know how you feeling about the keepsakes, what you think, and just get in there and tell the people what you think. All right. So let's see. Are you ready? Again, if you are new to Tips Tea Thursday, type in the chat hashtag tips because I want you to grab your notebook for your tips. And then if you are one of my OGs, you already know, type in hashtag sips because you're going to sip with your girl tonight. All right. And it is maybe healing month. And also, do not forget that tomorrow, Fellas Friday, because you know how we get down on Fellas Friday, dedicated to all my fellas because I care about your what? Your mental, your emotional, and your physical health. So it's all about Fellas Friday tomorrow. But tonight, you're getting tips tea with your girl on this Thursday. So let's get into one of these Dear Keepsake letters. I always come with three, but again, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So talk to me, I talk back. All right, type in the comments, type in the chat. All right. Oh, hold on. Let's get into this one first. Are you guys ready? All right. I found out My sister is sleeping with my ex and my family knew. Ooh, y'all ready? Y'all ready to get into this? Because I'm telling you, it goes down. It goes down sometimes. All right. So, again, remember, listen, type in the comment, type in the chat, and let me know what you think about this one. All right. Dear Keepsake, my ex and I broke up over a year ago, but we were together for 5 years. He was family. Last weekend, I found out through someone else that he's been sleeping with my sister for the last few months. And apparently, my mom and cousin knew. Nobody told me, nobody warned me, and nobody even dropped a hint. And now I'm the one being called dramatic for cutting everybody off. Am I overreacting? Or is this a level of betrayal that justifies walking away from everyone involved? Sincerely, the sister they didn't protect. Ooh, that's deep, y'all. That's deep. Oh, type in the comment, type in the chat where you at with it. Because what? All right. Again, who the sister that they didn't protect. All right, let me see. Are you overreacting? I always like to touch on that one first because that's a question that is almost always asked. Am I overreacting? And overreacting is always subjective, but I do believe that the word overreacting is always used. So let me say or assume or believe that your family, the ones that you cut off, is the one that are saying you overreacting. The thing about overreacting is it's only overreacting to the person on the receiving end because they didn't expect or they didn't believe or they didn't see the situation playing out the way that they thought or believed that it was going to. So now you're overreacting. Well, is there such thing as underreacting? Is there such thing as just reacting? Now, people could say yes, right? People could say, oh, underreacting is being nonchalant, not caring, or avoiding. Just reacting could just be right what someone would want it to be on their end, on their receiving end, the reaction that they wanted. Overreacting, are y'all following your girl? Overreacting is the unexpected reaction that the person on the receiving end does not know how to handle because they didn't know that it was coming for them. So the point of me breaking that down was for more for you guys to understand that when you always ask us, am I overreacting? Am I overreacting? Again, subjective. Now you can answer that question for yourself, right? Like, did you overreact? And that's only something that you can answer. And I mean that by, for an example, if you know that you told yourself like, oh, I'm about to act a fool up in here, then you overreacted. Yes, you overreacted. And you know some of y'all, come on, don't act like some of y'all don't be acting like that. Yes, some of y'all already have it in your mind like, I'm about to go. And like, y'all have talks with yourself like, oh, girl, you about to go. Now that's you're overreacting, right? But again, your raw reaction, if it's your initial raw reaction, and it's the initial raw reaction, it's again subjective to say if it was over or underreacting. But like I said, if you planned that reaction, then you definitely know that it was overreacting. Let me see. Oh, so then you said you used the word protection, which is interesting because when it comes to protection, like that could be something like it's not. I think protection is a little. is it's misused in this situation, because what I would have to ask you is, what did you need protecting from? What do you mean? The protecting from the truth, protecting your feelings, protecting, because again, protecting is a strong word to use in this situation, but I'm not downplaying that you did not feel protected. It was just, I would have to ask, like, how did you feel that you were not protected? Now, trust, let me see, you lost trust, disappointed, hurt. Yes, those are the things, because your sister is now sleeping with your ex. Now, the other question that I think a lot of us don't dig deep into is the family dynamic. Family dynamics are very, very important, because we have to dig deep into why your sister found that it was okay to sleep with your ex, regardless if that was your ex. Now, are we talking? Now, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. It does not matter whether it's your blood sister, your play sister, your god sister. It does not matter. You understand what I'm saying? What I am saying is the dynamic of you and your sister, because let's be 100% honest and lay it all that. A lot of family dynamics are not what we would like them to be. So to say, because why? I mean, okay, I have a brother. I have a brother, so I can't say, but I mean, there's just some things that you just no, right? The family code, the sis code, the bro code, whatever that is. But also too, I mean, I have a sister. She's my god sister, but we don't use that because that's my sister, right? And she would never, and I would never even be attracted to my sister's exes, presents, futures, or anything like that. And she has not ever been attracted to anyone that I have been with either. So again, family dynamic, where I mean, we could go on and on and on. But like I said, the protection, I would really need to understand why you don't feel protected. Now, if the family dynamic was extremely strong, tight, all of that, and you feel betrayed, right? You're disappointed. You lost your support system. You lost your everyday. That's another thing. That is another thing. So you cutting people off. Let me go back to what you said. You said nobody told me, nobody warned me. And now I'm the one being called dramatic for cutting everybody off. Again, dramatic, right? But cutting everybody off, I wouldn't even say cutting everybody off. You are taking your time, you are taking your space to process the betrayal that you have felt. You have to process what was happening. You have to process why you don't feel like you were protected. And that is it. So cutting off, because you really look, when you react, when you have something, you don't necessarily know what angle you want to go in. You really don't even know the emotions of the feelings that you're dealing with when you're dealing with them. And I mentor kids. Y'all know Kenya love the babies and I love the youth. But what I teach them is that there's so many different emotions that people deal with. It's so much more than mad, sad, angry, right? Uh, now, when y'all depressed is a big one. Now, like there's so many different emotions, and so what I do, and it can be, I use this for my adults as well. But there's a chart that breaks down different emotions, and it's a wide range. Okay, it's not just mad, sad. There's frustrated, there's hurt, there's overwhelmed. A lot of people take anger or these outbursts, and it's just some people are overwhelmed, right? And then yes, one emotion leads to another. But when people you cut people off, you cut people off. Maybe so. But it's really to process, because a lot of people react out of their pain, out of their hurt, out of their overwhelmness, out of their frustration. And that's what causes conflict. And your girl does what? Her signature topic is mastering conflict resolution. Because there's so many different ways that people handle things when they could just really, if you want to call it cut people off, call it cut people off. But it's taking a step back. I feel like we're using so many words to downplay or overplay the things that are really happening. And sometimes we could just go back to the basics. Why does it have to be cutting you off? Why can I not just be stepping back? Okay. But the family dynamic has changed. So cutting people off, that's what I'm saying. You're hurt. Obviously, you talk to this person, if not every day, on occasions. This is where you go to. Like I said, your dogs, your family, everything. So now that you're taking a step back, you're cutting people off. No, you're processing. You're processing because that was my point. Because if when people react, it comes out of anger. And that's what I like to call collateral damage. Because now words are being said out of the heightened emotions. Words are being said that are being perceived a different way. Words are being said that are selective hearing on the other end. And I don't care, whoever when we was younger said sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. They lied. They lied. Because it's all of that. Sticks and stones will break my bones, and words will hurt me because you can't take them back. And I too myself, let me tell you about your girl. I too myself, and even in the most recent days, all right, because your girl, this is what it's about. I'm here. I don't just preach it, teach it, tip it and sip it. I practice it, tip it and sip it, and do all of that myself. And it's a process, right? Because there has been times during this past week or so where I have had some discussions or conversations that I should not have had in the emotional state or in the overwhelmness that I was in at the time. And I had to go back and take accountability and apologize and then reiterate or restate and remit what I meant. Now, whether the what I was saying was the same or I needed to retract some things, or again, this is why people need to step back. And this is why that it is important to not just always poke and say you're cutting people off and there's a problem. Let people be, because that's the other thing that a lot of people don't do. Let them be, right? Especially if you wrong them. You've wronged them. Your family wronged you. And so to them, it wasn't a big deal. To them, you overreacted. So you are allowed your space. But hold on, let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. Because what I do want to reiterate right now is what you do in this space is extremely important. Now, what we don't want to do in this space, right? What we do not want to do in this space is hold grudges, go around talking mess, going around spreading, telling everybody else, bringing other family members into this. This is what we don't want to do while we are cutting everybody off or taking a step back. What we want to do is, what did I say earlier? Process. We want to process. We want to do things such as um, not blame anyone. We want to really understand our feelings and why we feel this way. And you would think that it's the obvious, right? You would think that, oh, what you mean? She slept with my ex. This is my sister. My sister had sex with my ex. That's what I have a problem with. Okay, yes, but it can definitely be a lot deeper than that. It could definitely be we're not excusing that. We are not justifying that at all. Okay? But also at the same time in this processing, you also need to understand how you want to move forward. See, when people wrong you on their end, they want you to get over it. They've apologized. Oh my goodness, let's move past it. It happened, right? But what they don't want to do is give you the time to see how we're going to move forward from this. You betrayed me. Hey, Kenosha girl. Oh my gosh, Kenosha, you already know. I just told them today on how emotional and overwhelmed I have been for the past week and so because again, I'm here for you, but I am still human, right? So it is maybe healing month, maybe healing. Y'all caught that? And look, everything that I put out, I put on my Facebook, all I put in my headquarters. Are you a part of my headquarters? Everything that I put in my emails and all of that, I do those with y'all every day. So again, healing is a process. Healing is a journey. But what I want everybody to do is have the applications. So my girl Kenosha is in the chat. And yes, hashtag Tips Tea Thursday. Kenosha, you already know. If you are just joining and this is your first time on Tipsy Thursday, because I was getting real deep, put hashtag tips in the chat. Because what? I want you to grab your notebook for your tips and follow your girl and write down these takeaways. Because I just dropped a whole bunch on this Dear Keepsake letter. Okay? And hold on, if you need a notebook, link in bio because your girl got some cute notebooks. Yes, she do. Yes. And also my girl Kenosha, she has her keepsake notebook. All right. And yes, if you are OG, you already know hashtag sips because what? You gonna grab your cup and sip with your girl, whatever you need. Yes, healing is a process. Kenosha. So again, hold on, because I just went all off on a tangent. Let me go ahead and reread this letter for those that just came in. I'm gonna just brief it through. Y'all know the keepsake cliff notes, but this one is a little shorty. So I'm gonna just go ahead because I want y'all to catch up and type in the comment and type in the chat. Talk to me, I'll talk back. Kenosha don't always talk to me. I owe you big girl. Kenosha, go in the keepsake store and pick out something that you do not already have. Because let me tell you, Kenosha probably has every keepsake product that there is. And I'm gonna go ahead and ship it to you. All right, I'm gonna do that because I owe you big time. But this letter right here, I found out my sister is sleeping with my ex, and my family knew. Oh, because I just caught that. I went off on a whole nother tangent about the overreacting part. How your family know? This is what I want to know. How your family know? Now I know that is what is really bothering you, right? Is that your family knew? It's humiliation. Remember I said that emotional chart? It's not always mad. Because again, when people wrong you, they always like, you mad? You mad? No, I'm hurt. I'm betrayed. I'm bamboozled. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm humiliated. I'm embarrassed. My sister, hold on, and let me reiterate, she was with him for 5 years. Ex. It's not like, oh, I dabbled with him and I passed him on to my sister. Kanosha, what you at? She said, oh my God, you need a new cup? I won't drop it now, and they not there. Yes, oh my goodness. Look, I have to get you another one. Kenosha said they're not family. She said it will bother me too. I'd up and leave. Oh, okay. I up and leave and start over somewhere. But definitely let them know your thoughts. Okay, boom. So let me reread it because I know my girl just got in. It's a little shorty. So here it goes. It says, Dear Keepsake, my ex and I broke up over a year ago. But we were together for 5 years. He was family. He was family after 5 years. Last weekend, I found out through someone else that he's been sleeping with my sister for the last few months. And apparently my mom and my cousin knew. Nobody told me. Nobody warned me. And now I'm the one being called dramatic for cutting everybody off. Am I overreacting? Or is this a level of betrayal that justifies walking away from everyone involved? Sincerely, The sister they didn't protect. Now, I'm going to just go back and run through on my thoughts on the overreacting part. She said, was she overreacting? I'm going to break it down real smooth and real quick for you, girl. I said that overreacting is always subjective to the person that wronged you. Because what? What did I say earlier, you guys? They did not expect that reaction. So they're calling you out and saying you're overreacting. But for you, that was your reaction. Now, what? Because again, oh, reacting, right? So if you would have underreact, what if that would have been? Not saying nothing, walking away. That's underreacting. Oh no, but just reacting. Guess what, guys? Reacting is what they want you to do. They want you to just react the way that they expect you to react. Oh, but because it's not, it's overreacting. That's my breakdown of reacting, y'all. Kenosha says she definitely didn't overreact, in my opinion. See, I didn't even see that comment before she said that's it was a reaction. But overreacting, you just didn't expect that reaction. That's why you feel it was overreacting. Let me see. Your mom and your cousin knew. How, Sway? First of all, what happened? Now, I'm not justifying this because it's not okay. Sister, blood sister, play sister, cousin, sister, god, sister, 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 twin sister, sister. Okay? Mm-mm. We not sleeping with the ex that you was with for 5 years. But what happened to secrecy? What? You're my little secret, and that's how we should keep it. Sorry, I know I get caught up. I know y'all get caught up. But like, how your mama and your cousin know? Like that just means you know you ain't right. You know something in the water ain't clean. And like Kenosha said, it's not justified at all. At all. But your mama and your cousin knew. No, you was not being dramatic. No. But what I did say earlier, Kenosha, and let me tell you what I did say. I did say that overreacting is subjective. It's subjective, but it's also if it's premeditated, then only you know internally if it's overreacting. So your raw reaction is the reaction, right? That is that one. But your when you overreact and you know you overreact, that's when you go and talk to yourself like, I'm about to blow, I'm about to shake the table, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? That's when you know you overreacting. But from the outside looking in, only you know when you overreact or not. Because there's some of y'all that already know, like, I'm about to blow the top out the mama. And then you react like that. But that's not what we're talking about, girl. Cutting people off, like I said, it's just really taking a step back. And everybody needs to take a step back at times. You understand? That is a part of effective communication that a lot of us are lacking. And it's taking a step back. Why? Because we negatively it. Oh, that's another keepsake word, y'all. We negatively negatively define it. No, I like negatively find it. We negatively find it as cutting people off. You're taking a step back. Woo, because you don't want these emotions right now. And more people, it's a process and it is not easy because here's the other thing I want people to understand. When I'm given tools, when you have the tools, it's something that you have to practice daily, right? So, and situational, it doesn't always work. But if you practice them, then they become habitual and then it becomes natural and you'll become okay. So what I mean by that, walk with me, talk to me. Walk with me, talk with me on this one. So if I give you the tools to heal or to practice how to step back and take your time, right? You might be like, keepsake, this is good. It worked. And it might work on Tuesday, right? It might work on Thursday. And you like, yeah, that's cool. But there might be a situation on Friday where these tools not gonna work and you're gonna need some extra tools. But my point in that is that I that's where a lot of people give up. And they think that they fail because they, you get caught slipping sometimes. Players mess up sometimes too. And that's okay. But guess what? On that following Tuesday, you might get back to it and you might practice that. All right. So again, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. And if you don't handle the situation, just as long as you try, I think for me, and I really, really just want people to try. Application is what we are really lacking. We talk about mental health awareness month. We talk about how mental health is important, and it is extremely important. But what is more important is the application. The application after you get the tools, after you recognize that you need to be self aware, that you need to self reflect, and that you need to heal. But it's only after you recognize it. I was just on an amazing panel before I came in here with y'all. Amazing. We could talk all night. That panel goes on for hours, y'all. And again, nighttime is the right time. That's why I'm here with y'all. But it's easy to sit and tell somebody, you need healing. I feel like it's kind of like, and I keep doing this because it gives me the feel of when you throw the holy water. And I don't have nothing against holy water. This is not what we're talking about. This is not what this discussion is about. This is not a Christian discussion right now. But what I am talking about is that when people go, you need to heal. You need to heal. Like, and it's sometimes just off the bat. It's because when somebody might say something that you disagree with, or that seems inside of pain. You need to heal. Who hurt you? Oh my God, you need to heal. What? And it's just like, think about it. Like somebody that is opening themselves up. Somebody that is realized. Some people realize that in that moment. And I really want you guys to understand what I just said. A lot of people realize that they need healing, or realize that their situation, or realize that in that moment as they're expressing it to you. And the last thing that they need to hear, you need to heal. You need to heal. Who hurt you? You need to heal. Now, I'm not saying that they do not need to heal. They might. They might. But to just hear that, just because it's like, whoa, hold on. Now, that's just in some cases. There are some cases where somebody be like, oh, where, and we'll dig deeper, right? But what I'm saying is that a lot of people now, oh, go to therapy. And I am not knocking therapy. Therapy is great. But if there's no application, if there is no application through the Facebook messages, through the Instagram messages, what are you guys going to therapy for? What are we hashtagging mental health awareness for? We have to apply. Now, I'm not saying that we're not, because it is on the rise of people who are really into their mental health right now, into seeking. And for my fellas, because y'all know tomorrow's Fellas Friday, and that's my jam. Y'all know Fellas Friday is my jam. And don't worry, fellas, because the Keepsake Lounge for the fellas is coming soon. Oh, did I drop that too soon? Oh, did y'all hear that? My bad. But yes, the Keepsake Lounge for my fellas is definitely coming soon, because I am all here for y'all. But you guys are stepping up, and I want to hear. Hold on, let me get. I want y'all fellas zoom in, zone in, do whatever you got to do. I am proud of you guys. Let me tell y'all, Kenya, your girl, keepsake, however, I am proud of my fellas. You guys, and again, y'all know I got the podcast, the Keepsake Corner, where I only interview my fellas because I want you guys to be heard, and I want you guys to speak uninterrupted. But I am proud of you guys for actually seeking a space to speak. I know you guys feel like there are no safe spaces for you guys, and there are no places, or you guys definitely do not feel heard. But what I will say about my fellas that I can appreciate is that you guys are seeking the space. You guys are looking for somewhere to talk. The amount of guests that I have lined up for the Keepsake Corner, the amount of my fellas that are like, put me on, I got something to say. Yes, say it, fellas, and I'm not going to interrupt y'all. We're going to have some good discussion. Like, go back on the YouTube and look at the Keepsake Corner podcast with my fellas because y'all going to enjoy it just as much as I do. But it's really about perspective. I am not there to correct. I am not there to coach. I am not even there to really insert what I feel or anything. Now, sometimes I do because I be having questions, y'all. But the Keepsake Corner is really for my fellas to sit here and just say what they got to say, and you guys listen. Oh, we went on a whole tangent. What was my whole point of saying all that? Oh my gosh, I have no idea. I don't even remember. But like I said, your girl is here for a good time, not a long time. Oh, fellas, yes, I'm proud of you. I think that is where I was really going with that. I am proud of you, and I want you guys to know, keep going, keep seeking the help, keep seeking the spaces because they are being created for you guys. The thing about it is that if we know or if there is a need for it, we are going to try to do our best to create that space, and that is what I am doing. I'm in California. If you guys are out here, you know, link in bio. Look for these spaces that I'm creating for you guys. And y'all already know it's a good time with your girl. All right, I got food, the drink. We have a panel, open discussions. But like I said, there in the Keepsake Lounge for my fellas, it's just going to specifically be for my fellas because I need to hear you guys collectively so that I can pass it on to my ladies. And not only that, it's not even about passing it on to my ladies. It's about you guys being heard and having an outlet. Because I don't even have to pass it on. You know, some things don't even need to be passed. Some things do need to be passed on. Because y'all know y'all ladies, y'all know y'all don't really be listening. Come on now. Be honest. Y'all don't always listen. Or you guys don't actively listen. But that's not about you. But y'all know I love my fellas because Fellas Friday is tomorrow. But I'm very proud of you. I want you guys to continue. And healing is not a bad word and it's not a bad thing. Healing isn't always, it doesn't always have to be grand. When healing is grand, it's because it's a domino effect and it's a snowball. And what I like to call stacked unhealing, when you need to sit and heal from multiple things because you let it stack. Think about it. If you were able to heal what happened to you when you were 9, you would be able to heal what happened to you when you were 13 without having that stacked. But because you didn't heal at 9 and then 13 and then you didn't heal at 18, because life is life. All right, situations happen and it just keeps coming at you. So let's not think that once we have one trauma situation or one situation that we need to heal from, that's it. We're not going to go through anything in life. Your girl learned that, and I usually don't like this phrase, but I learned that the hard way. You know what I'm saying? I learned that the most humbling and experienced way. Okay, that life is going to continue to life, and you are always going to have things. But guess what? It's easier to deal when you heal. Oh, did y'all write that down? This is hashtag tips. If you are new to this show, Tipsy Thursday, because I want you to write that down. All right, and if you are an OG, hashtag sips, get your cup, but you already have it, and sip with your girl. Because what did I just say? I have to do a whole series on that. It's easier to deal when you are healed. Hold on. I'm at the way. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to get my pen. Why do you be losing my pens? I lose everything. I lost my glasses earlier. That's probably another reason why I was late because I was looking for them. Anyway, that's neither here and there. So it's easier to deal when you heal. So when you get to a point where you try to stack all these unhealed trauma situations when you get to 21. Well, not even there. When you get to high school, and it goes beyond there, but you guys see where I'm going. Other things. Now you have to fight for your identity. Now you don't know whether you're going here or there. Now you're coming up against other people and other personalities. And let's not talk about when you move on to college or in the workforce. You have to learn how to heal. Now, here's the thing, because it's like, oh, keepsake. I didn't know I needed to heal at 9. I didn't know I needed to heal at 13. You're absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. I get it. But guess what? That's why we're here today, and your girl helps you unlearn and relearn relationship dynamics through healing and self discovery. Now, again, healing doesn't have to be very grand. Like, healing can be in small spurts, but you have to deal in order to heal. Ah! So what I mean by that, right, is that a lot of people think healing, like, oh, you need to heal. They think from that heartbreak, from, no, there are other things you need to heal from. You need to heal from, yes, you definitely need to heal from that heartbreak. But childhood trauma is becoming a very big thing that people need healing from. Very. And again, it doesn't have to just be, childhood abuse or childhood that it could definitely be abandonment issues. Attachment styles. Your girl teaches the 5 attachment styles. It could be you were a latchkey kid and you didn't even know. Y'all know what latchkey kid is? Yes, okay. Look it up. You could have had it's so many things that you need to heal from. Friendships. I say it all the time. If you watch your girl, you know. I've had more heartbreaks from my friends, from my homegirls, from my friends, from my male best friends, like than any other man. All right? And again, they didn't have to be drastic, or some of them were, but again, it's still something that needs to be healed. Employment, job healing, co-work healing. Listen, but what people, they jumble it all together. You can't heal from a heartbreak the same way you try to heal from grief. You can't heal from your best friend betraying you the same way you have to heal from your parent betraying you. You see where I'm going with this? Y'all picking up what I'm laying down? All right, all right, all right, all right. Y'all, woo, I was in here because look, I love it when y'all in here with me. See, that's why I always pull up 3 keepsake letters. 3 dear keepsake letters. And I only get through one. But y'all keep writing them in. Y'all keep writing in y'all dear keepsake letters because we gonna get to them. Type in the comment, type in the chat. If you are rewatching this, type in the comment because I always look for them. Because and I promise you, the sister they didn't protect is going to come back and watch this because they look for answers. That's what the Dear Keepsake letter is all about, y'all. Again, it's Tips Tea Thursday with your girl, and we always have a time. Nighttime is the right time, but I always try to get in here early. But guess what? The good thing about it is replay. That's why it's posted on here, y'all. So you can always go back, rewatch it, type in the comment chat because I actually really be stalking. I be stalking like what y'all saying. Y'all be having some good comments. Y'all know I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, y'all. That is me. Again, if you want your dear keepsake letter read, you know what? I think I said it before. I think I just have to sit there and just read them as they come through. I can no longer wait for Tipsy Thursday. I have to just do I don't know. Let me see. It depends, but link in bio. Send me your dear keepsake letter. Follow me. Tell a friend to follow me. Tell a family member. Everybody, if you are not a part of my headquarters, which is the Keepsake headquarters, it's a free community that's off social media, y'all. Go ahead, join the Keepsake, and it has everything, all the keepsakes that you need whenever you need them. Like when we get off right now, you can go over to the headquarters and just look at all the tools and anything. I'm pretty sure it's something that you need. And again, it's free to sign up. Do that. Fellas Friday tomorrow. A new episode of the Keepsake Corner drops on Saturday morning. That one is with my boy Glenn. G Smooth is what they call him. What else? So much going on. The Keepsake Lounge from fellas coming up. The Keepsake Mixers coming back. Look, your girl just got a lot going on, all right? Oh my goodness. Last but not least, check out the links. I have new tools right now for $7, guys. Emotional kits. And again, because it's really about your emotional, mental health and wellness, it is definitely important. But look, everybody don't. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna end this here. Mental Health Awareness Month. Everybody doesn't need therapy. Therapy is great. Shout out, I know some amazing therapists. Therapy is great. But again, remember when I did that? Everybody doesn't need therapy. And here's the thing about your girl. I'm a relationship coach. I deal with all types of relationships and the topics that need to touch on them, right? But I'm a coach. But I will refer you to a therapist as well, and you can work with the both of us because coaches, what's a coach, y'all? Think about it. What's a coach? Just like a coach in sports, they coach you through your game. They make you better at your game. They make sure they know exactly where you're going, who with the X's and the O's and the tic-tac-toes. Y'all know, okay, your girl loves sports, right? And I never really understood why we use the tic-tac-toe and the X's and the O's when we on the whiteboard, when we talking about the sports. Is it just I don't know. But anyway, that's why your girl is a relationship coach, because she likes the tic-tac-toes and the X's and O's. But just like that, coach, I take you in the locker room. I get you ready. I get you pumped up at halftime. I'm like, what's going on? But you guys have to put in the work. You guys have to do the application, and you guys have to go out on that field, that basketball court, or wherever, that soccer field, and y'all have to come back. Because when we cuddle back up, I'm going to be like, this not what my X's and O's said. And you gonna be what's another? So if you're not following my X's and my O's, then you following some other shape, that an octagon, a pentagon that we ain't even talked about. But anyway, y'all, like I said, therapy, healing, those are all great words that we are using, but let's just make sure that we're using them in the correct context. And again, coach, therapy, psychology, psychologist, therapist, whatever you feel, do your research and feel which one is tailored to you. Okay, like I said, therapy is the new thing right now, and it's great. It's amazing. I love how we are into trying to be better. But again, everybody doesn't need therapy. Some people just need a little touch. Some people just need a little hug. Some people really just need someone to talk to and someone to listen to them, to come to these spaces. That is it. So stop throwing the healing holy water on people. Stop throwing the therapy holy water on people. Tell them that. Now, shout out to everybody that goes to therapy and is reaping the bit and is doing the application. I love it. Shout out to my clients. Listen, my clients are top tier. And we have a good old time up in the keepsake. Okay, it's not the corner with the clients, but we play games, we do tools, but we get serious too. We get serious. So again, do your research, find what fits for you. Do you need coaching? Do you need therapy? Do you need a full-on psychologist? Do you need psychiatric help? It's so many different levels to this. Everybody not crazy. Everybody don't need. Come on, y'all. We ain't gonna holy water. We ain't going. Even if it's the first step, start off with your coach. Come to your coach, see what it is, and like I said, if you feel like you need that little then I got some great therapists that we can partner with, or to go ahead. But listen, if you need some free tools and examples, again, I'm gonna keep saying it. Link in bio. Grab your free tools and see everything I got going on, and just rock with your girl, okay? Keep up with your girl. Oh, I always say I'm not here for a good time, but a long time. Wait, I'm not here for a long time, but a good time, good time. Look, that's why, because I done stayed on here longer with y'all than I thought I was today. Okay. But no, I am only here for a good time, not a long time. We gonna get into these Dear Keepsake letters later on. But that's my time, y'all. Let me know how y'all feeling about these letters. Let me know how y'all feeling about what's going on in King's Keepsake. And I'm out, y'all.